Welcome to software engineering. Now, one of the things I want to do real quick is talk to you about what software engineering is and isn't. And that's because this is something I get all the time. Usually the first class, I have students come up to me and ask, hey, is software engineering some sort of advanced programming course? Now, a lot of times they're asking this because they are an IT student, not a computer science student. And so they're not used to doing a lot of programming, and they're a little bit concerned about that. So let me answer right off the bat that software engineering is not any type of programming course. We're not going to talk about new languages. We're not going to talk about coding techniques or anything of that general sort. Rather, it's about how do we design, develop, and deliver computer software and hardware projects to an end user. A lot of times, computer hardware and software go hand in hand, and so we need to look at the entire picture, not just a hardware side, not just a software side. Without proper guidelines and processes and practices, software projects are often delivered late, without the necessary features, and or over cost. Of course, the worst of this is a combination of all these, where you could have all three things happening. In fact, this was so bad early on in software development that it was estimated between 80 and 90% of all software projects failed to deliver the promise of being on time, on cost, and with all the required features. 80 to 90%. That's a huge amount. And that's why software engineering is so important, is to learn how to deliver, how to roll out these projects, whether it's within a company or it's to an individual that's going to be buying it through a retail location like Amazon or through your own company store. Of course, software is so important because it is found everywhere in our world today. Not just on our desktops and laptop computers like we normally think of, not just on servers like we think of in a company and type of environment. But of course, nowadays we do so many things through tablets and phones. Our phones today are more powerful than what was used to put a man on the moon in the 1960s. Today we have things like dynamic websites and software as a service. There are whole companies whose whole process is designed to move off of locally hosted applications and move entirely to the cloud. We have smart devices, everything from Bluetooth and internet-connected speakers and smart wireless lighting systems in our houses. We have smart devices in our kitchens, such as microwaves, refrigerators, etc. The Internet of Things have boosted the computing power from things that we would expect to things we wouldn't. Your car has not a computer system in it, but dozens. Systems that do everything from collision detection and avoidance to environmental controls, your infotainment center, as well as managing and maintaining your engine for peak efficiency, regardless of whether it's an internal combustion engine or an electric engine. So yes, computer hardware and software is found everywhere, and we need to make it work. A concerted effort should be made to understand the problem that we're facing before we even start to come up with a solution. That's something that a lot of times people miss out on and they forget about. And so software engineering is here to help us remember those types of things and to help us come up with the best solutions. Two things that we're going to talk about a lot throughout the course of this class is that software should be of high quality. And we're going to talk about that more in just a couple minutes and let you discuss amongst yourselves, what does it mean to have high quality software? Likewise, we also are going to talk about maintainable systems. What does it mean for an IT project to be maintainable? We'll also have a chance to discuss that, so keep those things in mind when you're going through the rest of the semester. How do we make sure that anything we're designing and developing is both high quality and maintainable?